Can your body tell the difference between your mind and your environment? Now imagine you couldn't tell the difference between what's happening inside you and what was happening around you. Now that might sound a little strange, but I think that's closer to our everyday experience than most people realize. In fact, I think it's one of the biggest reasons that people come to see therapists like me in the first place. Now, if I could change one thing about the human experience, I think this might be it. I'd make it so that we could instantly recognize the difference between what we're experiencing in our minds and what's actually happening in the environment around us, because the body is extremely intelligent. It's constantly scanning for information and it responds to what we see and hear. The challenge is that it often struggles to distinguish between what we're seeing and hearing. Is it happening in our mind or in the environment around us? Think about it. How often have you been in an environment that's completely safe and stable in every way, but you're a nervous wreck or you're mad as hell? Maybe you're replaying an embarrassing memory, or you're imagining a conversation that you didn't want to have, or just picturing every way that tomorrow could go wrong. Now, nothing around you was causing the reaction. Your body wasn't responding to the room. Your environment hadn't changed at all. So your body was responding to what was happening in your mind. And this is one of the ideas that shape constructed awareness. In constructed awareness, we help people separate their experience into three building blocks. So what's happening in the mind, what's happening in the body, and what's happening in the environment around you. And as people become more aware of these three building blocks, the body begins to recognize when it's responding to something that's happening around it and when it's responding to something that's happening within. And that awareness often brings about profound change. And it's not because the environment changed, but because the body begins to recognize a thought for what it is. It's something that comes to mind. It's not something that's happening in the environment. So if you'd like to learn more about constructed awareness, please visit constructedawareness.com. There's a link in the description. Until next time, take care.